The world is holding its breath. A new escalation has occurred in the conflict between the United States and Iran. According to multiple reliable sources, an American F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jet was shot down over Iranian territory, triggering a high-risk rescue operation. What makes this event particularly critical is that it is the first American combat aircraft to be downed directly in Iran since the start of this recent war, which has now been ongoing for several weeks. On board the aircraft were 2 crew members. One was rescued, but the other remains missing. A race against time is now underway, as U.S. forces attempt to recover their pilot before Iranian authorities can capture him. The incident took place in a mountainous region of southwestern Iran, a strategically important and difficult-to-access area. According to available reports, the American jet was on a combat mission when it was targeted by Iranian air defense systems. The F-15E Strike Eagle, known for its precision strike capability, was hit, forcing both crew members to eject in an emergency. One crew member was recovered by U.S. forces, but the second remains missing, and a rescue operation in hostile territory is ongoing. Images circulating on social media show debris from the aircraft, confirming its destruction. Recovering a pilot shot down in enemy territory is one of the most complex military operations there is. In this case, the U.S. deployed Black Hawk helicopters, a C-130 transport plane, and special search and rescue units. These operations take place under constant threat. Several reports indicate that U.S. helicopters were targeted during the mission, although they managed to leave the area safely. This underscores how tense the situation is. Every minute counts, every movement can be detected, and every mission can turn into a disaster. What makes the situation even more explosive is Iran's immediate reaction. Iranian authorities launched their own operation to locate the missing pilot. According to multiple reports, they even called on civilians to help search and offered rewards. Broadcasts on state television reportedly encouraged the capture, or even elimination, of the pilot. This has turned the situation into a literal manhunt. If the pilot is captured, he could become a propaganda tool, a political bargaining chip, and a major setback for the United States. This event marks a major turning point for several reasons. It is the first time since the conflict began that the U.S. has lost a combat jet in Iranian airspace. For decades, the United States has dominated the skies with little opposition in many conflicts. But here, Iran has proven it can strike effectively and that its air defenses are capable. The sky is no longer completely secure. A pilot captured in enemy territory is an extremely sensitive scenario, both militarily and politically. This incident did not happen in isolation. Over the past weeks, the United States has conducted extensive strikes in Iran. Israel has participated in some operations, and Iran has retaliated with missiles and drones. The conflict has already caused thousands of casualties in the region, including several American soldiers, and is gradually spreading across the Middle East. A media battle is also underway around this event. On the Iranian side, images of debris, announcements of military victories, and claims of successful strikes have been broadcast. On the American side, the Pentagon has maintained official silence, limited information, and controlled communication. This information war is strategic, controlling the narrative, influencing public opinion, and maintaining morale. As often happens in wartime, multiple versions of the story are circulating. Some reports claim it was an F-15E. Others mention a possible F-35, though this is unconfirmed. Rumors suggest the pilot may have been captured, while others say he is still evading capture. The situation remains fluid and evolving. For Washington, several major stakes are at play. Saving the pilot is the #1 priority. Every hour increases the risk of capture. Maintaining military credibility is also crucial. Losing a jet is serious, but losing a pilot would be far worse. Finally, the United States must avoid an uncontrolled escalation that could force it to intensify strikes, launch special operations, or widen the war. For Iran, the gains are clear. Shooting down an American jet sends a powerful message, and capturing a pilot would be a massive propaganda victory. It could also strengthen Iran's position in any future negotiations. Some sources indicate that Israel could assist the United States in search and rescue operations. This shows that the conflict goes far beyond two countries, is becoming regional, and multiple alliances are now involved. Such an incident can quickly spiral out of control. If the pilot is rescued, it would be a victory for the United States and tensions would temporarily ease. If the pilot is captured, a media explosion and a major diplomatic crisis could occur. If the pilot is killed, a military response and rapid escalation are likely. This conflict already has global consequences: rising oil prices, economic instability, and worldwide geopolitical tensions. This incident only worsens the situation. The destruction of an American fighter jet in Iran and the disappearance of a pilot mark a major turning point in this conflict. This is not just a military incident. It is a symbol of escalation, vulnerability, and an increasingly unstable world. The question now is simple. Will the pilot be found in time, or will this event trigger an even wider war?